An elephant never forgets, but what happens when someone we love begins to forget us? That's the heart of Never Forget Eleanor, a tender new picture book about love, loss, and the power of words to bring us back to each other. Today, author Jason June joins us to talk about why this story matters and how it can help families talk about memory loss with compassion. Let's get into it. Good to have you, Jason June. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yes, we're excited to have you on. And first off, just tell us a little bit about Never Forget Eleanor.
Yeah, Never Forget Eleanor is meant to just be a great primer for families that are experiencing Alzheimer's or dementia in their life. I originally envisioned it with a grandparent in mind, but it could be anybody within your family's community, trying to just find a way to explain to children what's going on with a loved one who might start forgetting who they are when that child has really prescient and precious memories still about that person and can find confusion about why they are able to remember, but their loved one is not.
Yeah, and this is such a beautiful way to open that conversation because talking about memory loss with loved ones can be difficult, especially when explaining it to kids. So what made you want to approach this through a children's picture book?
It actually came about discovering that I have the two genetic markers that could lead to Alzheimer's. It's about a 50-50 chance of late onset Alzheimer's. And Eleanor, of Never Forget Eleanor, is a writer, is a storyteller, and I actually wrote it as kind of a letter to my family and friends that if this ever happens, if I develop Alzheimer's, here's how I want you to remember me, how I want you to remember my stories, how I hope that our time still means something to you, even if I forget it. And so it was kind of a letter to myself and to that inner child who might have been a little bit freaked out about realizing there's a 50-50 shot that everything leading up until my elderly years still matters. Hopefully it'll be the 50% of time where I won't get it. But just in case, I wanted this to be a letter to myself, a letter to my family and my loved ones.
Jason, that's so beautiful because, again, you found something out about yourself and just kind of preparing for whatever may come, and then just knowing how many other people this resonates as well when they do have a family member that they do find out does have Alzheimer's and are dealing with memory loss. It's such a tender story to talk about it, but it never feels too heavy in the book. So how did you find that balance between honesty and warmth?
It is totally a tough line to walk with Alzheimer's, especially because, unfortunately, the only outcome is death. And spoiler alert, there is that outcome still in Never Forget Eleanor, but trying to impart to children that just because somebody's story ends or an important part of your life comes to an end doesn't mean that that time didn't mean anything and wasn't still full of hope and doesn't still have things that you can take away from it. So I really tried to focus on that hope and how the next generation or the youngest generation within a family can keep stories alive, and tried to make this book more about the responsibility of love that a child has in completing their family, as opposed to focusing on the sad outcomes that Alzheimer's and dementia can have.
Yeah, and I mean, the storytelling is very tender and caring. And I also want to talk about the illustration in the book because just turning through the pages, it's just beautiful. So tell us about the collaboration with the book's illustrator.
Yes, I was so lucky to get paired up with the iconic Lauren Long, who's done picture books with President Obama, with Amanda Gorman, with Madonna. And so to ever even have my name on a list with those people is like a dream come true. So Lauren also has his own relation with Alzheimer's in his family. And when we sent this book to him, when we sent my manuscript to him, he really related to it, really clicked with it. And that just meant the world, that then we got to bring kind of our two perspectives of Alzheimer's into the story and made it hopefully feel like we really, really care about this issue and are passionate about getting the word out about Alzheimer's.
Yeah, I mean, it feels complete again with the storytelling and with the illustration. Jason June, thank you so much for joining us today. I'm going to let our viewers know where they can go for more information. Never Forget Eleanor is a beautiful reminder that while memories may fade, love never does. Pick up a copy wherever books are sold and visit HeyJasonJune.com to learn more.